Few American figures have inspired as much loyalty, criticism, and constant headlines as Donald Trump. To supporters, he was a political outsider who disrupted the system. To critics, he became one of the most controversial leaders in modern U.S. history. But what exactly fueled these debates? Today, we examine the controversies, conflicts, and criticisms that shaped Trump's political legacy. This video isn't about political endorsements or opinions. Instead, we'll break down the events and issues most frequently cited by critics, why they sparked controversy, and why they mattered in American politics. Let's start with one of the most unprecedented aspects of Trump's presidency. Donald Trump is the only U.S. president to be impeached twice. First impeachment, Ukraine. In 2019, Trump faced accusations that he pressured Ukraine's president to investigate Joe Biden while military aid was being withheld. Critics argued this represented an abuse of presidential power. Trump and his allies argued the conversation was routine diplomacy. Result: the Senate acquitted him. But the political impact was massive, deepening divisions in Congress and across the country. Following the Capitol riot in January 2021, Trump was impeached again for incitement of insurrection. The debate centered on whether Trump's rhetoric contributed to the events. Supporters pointed to his calls for peaceful protest. Critics argued his election fraud claims inflamed tensions. Result: another Senate acquittal, but lasting controversy. Perhaps no issue defined Trump's post-presidency more than the 2020 election. Trump claimed widespread voter fraud. Multiple lawsuits challenged results in several states. However, courts largely dismissed the cases due to insufficient evidence. For critics, this raised concerns about democratic norms and public trust. For supporters, it reflected skepticism about election integrity, regardless of viewpoint. The dispute reshaped political discourse and public confidence debates. Trump's legal challenges are historically unusual for a former president. Classified documents controversy. Authorities allege Trump retained sensitive government records after leaving office. Legal debates emerged around presidential record-keeping rules, declassification authority, national security concerns. Trump's defense described the case as politically motivated. Separate investigations examined efforts to challenge election outcomes. The key controversy: where is the line between legal political challenges and improper interference? These cases intensified national debates about law, politics, and accountability. The Trump Organization also faced investigations into financial reporting and business practices. While corporate investigations are common, the involvement of a former president amplified attention and controversy. Trump's communication style itself became a defining controversy. He frequently criticized major news organizations, intelligence agencies, political opponents. Supporters saw authenticity and directness. Critics saw attacks on institutional credibility. His heavy use of social media bypassed traditional channels and changed how political messaging works in America. Trump's immigration policies drew significant criticism. Examples include travel restrictions affecting several countries, family separation policies at the border, aggressive enforcement measures. Supporters framed these as national security priorities. Critics described them as humanitarian concerns. These debates became central to national conversations on identity. Trump's foreign policy decisions frequently broke from tradition. Points of controversy included tensions with NATO allies over funding, trade wars and tariffs, especially involving China, diplomacy with North Korea. Some analysts praised unconventional strategies, others warned of strained alliances and global instability. Trump's controversies often felt larger than those of typical politicians. Why? Several reasons stand out. 1. Constant media coverage. Trump dominated news cycles like few leaders before him. 2. Norm-breaking leadership style. Many actions challenged long-standing presidential conventions. 3. Extreme public polarization. Public reactions were deeply divided, often along partisan lines. In modern politics, perception itself became part of the controversy. Whether viewed as a disruptor, reformer, or controversial figure, Trump's impact on American politics is undeniable. His presidency highlighted tensions within institutions, media, and the electorate, debates that continue shaping the country today. Understanding these controversies isn't about taking sides, it's about understanding a pivotal period in modern U.S. history. If you found this breakdown informative, consider liking the video and subscribing for more fact-driven political and historical explainers. And in the comments, which Trump-era controversy do you think had the greatest long-term effect on the United States?